welcome. You should have joined us live. But if you're live in here right now, thank you. I'm going to open up my iPad and see who's in here. And I think we have people in here. So let me open that up. Okay, I see myself. I see we have one person in here. I see some chat in here already. I see Anu and Michael. Michael said, I have a piano, but also I can play very well right now because I'm having trouble with my right hand. No, I think they just spoke about that. Or is that some old chat that's showing up? Anyways, welcome guys. This is like a Sunday live that I'm doing, and this is the first live I'm doing that I actually have a topic just to see what happens. And it's titled "Does Everything Happen for a Reason?" Now, if you've never joined one of my lives, usually we talk about anything and everything, but this time there's a topic, and usually we greet each other as people come in at the very beginning. So I'm gonna see who's gonna be joining us here today and interact for a little bit. So, um, Anu, too bad to hear that. Hope you can play piano someday again, lovely Michael. Mickey, hi Mickey, and Anu, hi Anu, hi Michael, and everybody else that's in here. If you're just joining, I'm Moises, Hollywood Moises, and we're here chatting during this live. This is the first live, you guys, where there's an actual topic of conversation, and we're going to talk about does everything happen for a reason, and because events have happened in the past few days that make me think of certain things. So Aiden has joined the chat, guys. Aiden's in London. Anu is in Finland. Michael is in Delaware, and Mickey I think is in Florida. Mickey, you're in Florida, right? And if you guys are watching and not typing, I don't know who's actually in the room unless you type something in the chat. You know where it says chat publicly as whatever name you are. I won't know you're in here unless you actually type in there. So if you want me to greet you, I can only greet you if you say hi back. So hi everybody, and yes, all the way in Florida. Good evening. Yes. So guys, hey, it's been a few days. I think this is the longest span of time that's gone by that I haven't done a live on YouTube since I started doing them, and I got a little carried away the past few days. Hey, Camille. Camille's joining us from Southern California, Anaheim. I got a little carried away the past few days on TikTok, and because I can go live there too, and it's like a crazy environment. TikTok lives are nothing like this. This is chill, you guys. This is like a relaxing chat we have here, and we can actually converse here. But on TikTok, it's crazy, and I do like the craziness of it. But it got a little too crazy, and TikTok banned me on Friday, so I can't go live there. They canceled my account. I restarted an account, but now I'm like, forget them. It's like I'm just gonna go there, look for trends. I'm just gonna focus on YouTube because I think I've forgotten who I am, guys. I'm a YouTuber. I started being making YouTube videos, I think in 2014, 2015. So who am I kidding? I'm not a TikToker. It's like I go there because it's fun, but this is really more my jam. Okay. So I found this chat by mistake, but nowadays it isn't a mistake. I was happy, funny, lovely reason to find it. There are no mistakes, right? Because everything happens for a reason, which is the topic of today's live chat. Uh, Tall guys with the sunscreen up and get your booty shorts out because the weather is so hot. You're gonna need some Chelsea Chico shopping for groceries. Okay, all right. So okay. So how's everybody doing? First of all, is everybody doing good? It's Sunday, so now Sundays are weird, you guys, because I remember as a kid I liked Sundays and I hated Sundays because Sundays meant Mondays were coming, and I hated going to school, especially in junior high. And so I would start sensing a sense of dread by like after 5 p.m. Because I knew, oh, this is it. It's like I have to go to sleep, and then tomorrow I have to go to school. It was horrible, but I like the beginning of Sundays, and I think we're still a ways away from 5 o'clock here in California. So uh, be humble for what little YouTube you have, and don't. No, I mean I have forgotten about YouTube because of the TikTok, and now I'm glad that I got banned, and that's part of does everything happen for a reason topic today. I was like, there's a good reason, everything happens for a reason is what I'm saying, and And now that that's like gone, essentially it's gone. Like my account is gone. I tried restarting it. I posted like 20 videos in one day. They barely got any views. So who knows if I'm shadow banned or whatever? It doesn't matter. It's like I need to focus on this medium, to be honest. And I like my Instagram too. It's much more real. So so I'm taking the silver lining thought to it. And I think in general, if we all thought that way, we could just refocus our thoughts. It would generally help with like the happiness in our lives. So everything happens for a reason, but nothing happens before its time. Yeah, right? Like you can't accelerate something. Like if you had told me to go live 5 years ago, I tried going live 5 years ago. I was not ready for it. I thought I was, but I really wasn't. Maybe I mean I kind of thought I was, but no. Like I look totally different. And you can't like we always think we can go back in time and tell our younger version of ourselves, hey, do this, do that. But if that version of yourself isn't ready, it's not going to happen. You can't accelerate it, just like you said, Michael. So uh, I've been doing do it yourself and some paperwork. Tomorrow I got off. Oh, nice, Aiden. I'm glad you have you're able to sleep in because I know you sometimes you stay up late to watch the lives and stuff, and so I'm glad I'm doing this one kind of early for you because I know it's still late where you are, but here this is a relative early one because sometimes I've been on at 7 p.m. on those TikToks, and I know it's like what 5 a.m. where you are. So thank you for being here. But you hated going to church. Oh, me too, guys. I hated going to church too. Um, but then when I turned 13, I put my foot down and told my parents I do not want to go to church today, and because my parents would go to church 3 times a week, 3 times a week, and that's too much. That's too much. And like I remember one Wednesday, I was like I don't want to go, and I was like 13. I was like I want to stay home. And they couldn't convince me. They're like, no, we're going. I was like, no, I don't want to go. Just go. I'll stay here in the house. Now, this was in a time where you could leave a kid home alone and nobody was going to freak out. Now, if anybody knew about it, they'd probably call, CPS or something. But it was fine. It was only like 2, 3 hours. So, YouTube isn't so weird. Like, no, YouTube is like normal. YouTube is they understand like the way real people act, talk, and the things they say. And then if like here, if I say something like if I say a bad word, it's usually okay. If I'm shirtless, it can be okay or not okay. But like let's say I do a video where I'm shirtless and YouTube flags it as they call it ad suitability because guys, the YouTube shorts and the normal videos like this live also goes through some AI process where it gets analyzed if I said any really bad words or any crazy stuff. And then it goes to something called ad suitability. If it doesn't pass the ad suitability test, I can submit it to a human, and an actual human will watch it and be like, "Oh no, this is cool, this is fine." But with TikTok, it's just a computer. It's always a computer, and it just decides instantly within nanoseconds if it's okay or not. And if it's not okay, there's no appeal process. It's just horrible. It's horrible. Um, all right. But it'll be snowing in the UK on Tuesday to Thursday. Oh, really? Wow. Okay. That's unusual for the UK because it's cold there, but it's not that cold usually. So hope it snows much you can't go to work unless you like your workplace. Well, that makes a big difference, right? If you like where you guys work. So so yeah, so like I said, I'm taking the whole being banned from TikTok thing as a good thing. So the other day, the YouTuber creator account asked me to do a 20-minute questionnaire for YouTube creators. I think YouTube will be blowing up this year. Yeah, they have a lot of plans this year. And you guys, I pay for YouTube Premium. That's where you get the ad-free YouTube experience, and it's going up. Like I pay $14 a month. And it is worth it for me because I'm on YouTube all the time. But it's going up to like $23. And I think that's because they want to pay the creators more for the shorts and stuff. And you're supposed to get like more stuff too. Like there's going to be more benefit to you. But yeah, like online streaming, live events, all of this is like the future. I think yesterday, I worked from. Oh, you work from home, Aiden. I didn't know that. Um, because I didn't you always post stuff from like the metro or the underground as you guys call it. So I'm like, this man is traveling into the center of London every morning. Like I keep thinking that. So the dating site I've been using does not allow bad language or oh really it doesn't? So it's definitely not Grinder. Iden lovely. Oh, work at home. Yeah, work at home is like the best. The best, you guys. The best. So and so okay. So we're talking about YouTube. They're gonna be doing oh yeah, live streaming is like the new thing. Guys, like yesterday, Chris Rock did like some comedy special, and it was the first time Netflix did a live streaming event in real time. So and I think Chris Rock said something about I actually haven't watched it, but I did read about it. And it said that Chris Rock is like, yeah, we want to destroy the last vestiges of traditional TV by doing live events on streaming services. And which is true. It's like that'll be like it. Because that's like the last thing TV does have is that the whole world has to be watching at the same time to experience it at the same time. But if they're going to stream the events on the streaming sites, then TV loses out even to that now. So it's a brave new world we're living in. So uh, so Michael, you went on. Did you go on that date yesterday? Because remember last week you said you couldn't go on the date because your date didn't feel well. So you guys rescheduled and went yesterday. I'll wait for you to type in the answer. So what the Zaddy we saw the other night on TikTok, Zaddy in real life after drinks time. So I didn't have any. I had not had any champagne or drinks on that night. But I had look that that live was crazy, you guys. There were 900 people in my live on TikTok, and they were all crazy. They were all telling me. Well, they're telling me a lot of nice things, right? I mean, yes, I was shirtless in that live, and I was standing up, and I had a lot of admirers, but I had a lot of haters too. I had a lot of haters, and people that were against just I think once they found out I'm gay, they really started like coming in. They're like, I should be ashamed of myself, put a shirt on, and this and that. It was the bigger it got, the more exciting it got. But then the haters started piling on, and I think I got mass reported, and it was not. It was just weird. It was just weird towards the end, and people were like ordering me to do things. I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that, and they wouldn't stop. And then I was like, wait a second, they're just exploiting me at this point. That's what Jay said. Iden. Jay said he's like, it's exploitation a lot of times what they do in the lives. The people just want to order the person on the camera to do stuff, and it shouldn't be that way. So it was crazy. They were egging me. Yeah, they were egging me, and it was fun. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie, it was fun for like a good 30 minutes. But then at the end, it was like, guys, stop. Like I said, stop. I'm not. They kept tapping the screens because guys, like hearts would appear on the screens. And so the more they tap, the more hearts appear. It creates mania. It creates this frenzy in me because I think the platforms are designed for people like me that like attention. So I mean, it's exciting even talking about it. But yeah, I think I'm done with that. It's totally not worth it. And it was so time consuming, you guys. So time consuming. So this message is being held for review. Okay. Lol, yes, we went out last night and he fixed you breakfast. Whoa. So I guess somebody got lucky, right? Guys, if you don't know Michael, he went on a date with a new beau and it was postponed by 1 week. And it seems like it was a success. So awesome. Yes. Yes. So yeah. So so like I said, I think everything happens for a reason. But what do you guys think? Do you guys really think that, or do you think that's just some BS people say? Because if you really adhere to that, does everything happen for a reason? You got to take it for everything. That means if you're married, if your husband or wife dies at age 30, you have to also think that happened for a reason. And if they live till 95, that happens for a reason. You can't just only say, certain bad things happen for a reason and certain good things. It's like everything has to be like kind of absolute, you know? It's like when people say stealing. Well, stealing is stealing, right? Stealing 1 penny or stealing $1 billion, it's still stealing. So, breakfast together. Yes, I feel Palm Springs calling me. A lot of haters on the live. I didn't like the haters. Yeah, there were a lot of haters. It was eye opening. It was eye opening because I think I live kind of like in a little gay bubble, but of support and love on these platforms mostly. Um, so I know when I talk about gay topics on YouTube Shorts, they get a lot of attention. Like I could have probably way more followers if I just did stuff talking about the Bible and gays, and but it really brings them out, and it's like I want to raise awareness into normalizing that gay people are normal, but also I don't want to bring out all this hate and from everywhere, right? It's like a balancing act. So I got so many books. I've seen your books, Aiden. I've seen them. They're really good books, and you're watching not the Real House Husbands of WeHo, but that show, that new gay show, the something of WeHo, the Real WeHo Friends. That I'm only on episode 2, so I just haven't gotten around to it. Yes, he got lucky. Yeah, he got lucky for sure. I'm sure you're a catch, Michael. So nobody likes haters. Zazaddy bubble. Luckily, no haters in this chat. Yeah, this one's only like I don't know if this live, like, see how I titled this live, does everything happen for a reason? So I don't know if people that go on YouTube and if they typed in, does everything happen for a reason, if this live pops up. I have no idea if that happens or not. But if it does, good. And if it doesn't, fine. Because everything happens for a reason. So if it's just our little private chat, that's fine. So luckily no haters. The Hollywood show is so cool. Yeah, I like it's tough being Hank Moody. You guys, Aiden says I'm Hank Moody. I don't know if you guys are aware of who Hank Moody is, but he's a character on this show called Californication. I'm the gay embodiment of him right now, apparently. So based on what Aiden sees me do online and the stuff I show, like that. I think today I did some YouTube Shorts and I used this, and they all had no problem posting on YouTube Shorts. So maybe it's all about, I can show like the center, of my chest, fine. So I still got to do something to lure in the viewers, something. Gotta show something. So Michael Lovely, I can see it now. The book, the Bible, according to my son. That sounds real. That really sounds real. Second name Hank. Spicy. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's a cool name, Hank, because it sounds like hunk, right? Hank sounds like hunk. So I think it's a funny name too. So, all right. So, okay, we talked about TikTok. Do things happen for a reason? I think they do. I think we're all kind of in agreement. Maybe we should have somebody that disagrees and says, no, they don't. Because when everybody's in agreement, then there's nothing to talk about. So, that is the only thing I do miss about the TikTok lives, because so many random people get in there. You do get opposing viewpoints in there. So the Vortex, yeah, Esther Hicks. You guys, Esther Hicks, this lady that talks to spirits. She says you get into a vortex to make your dreams come true, which just means vortex means you get in, like right now. Technically, I'm in the vortex right now, guys, even though I'm just in a room. But it's like when I talk to the camera, I lose all sense of time, because I really feel like I'm talking to another person, even though I'm just talking to a camera. So just for fun, I say no. Yeah, no, yeah, just for fun. I do believe what Louise Hay says. So guys, Louise Hay is one of these law of attraction gurus, and she talks about how your thoughts create your reality. literally your thoughts create your reality. So if you're thinking, you know, I'm I'm trash, I'm worthless, and you keep saying this over and over in your head, even if you don't verbalize it, more evidence that you are trash and worthless will manifest in the 3D reality, which is this, the world. And she says if you change your thoughts to say you're marvelous, you're this, you're that, you're wealthy, you're abundant, the world will rearrange itself, not instantly, but in a gradual, natural manner, it will. And within months, you can be living a totally different life. I kind of agree with that. But the thing is, we have like 50 to 70,000 thoughts every day. And it's hard to gatekeep those thoughts, right? Like, how many of those thoughts are positive? How many of them are negative? They say the majority of our thoughts are negative, and they say that's just the way the human race has evolved. Michael has never been on TikTok. Don't go on it. Don't go on it. It's like I wish I had never gone on it. Like honestly, because it is so time consuming and it tricks you. It tricks you into thinking that you'll get a bunch of like views and likes at first, and then it once you're addicted, it drops your views. And then you keep posting and posting and your views don't go up. And then just when you're ready to give up, boom, you'll get a video get 10,000 views out of thin air just because they know you're ready to give up. It is like such an evil manipulative app. I can't stand it, honestly. At least here it feels like normal on YouTube and YouTube Shorts, like it's a fair chance for everyone. Relatively fair. Obviously, age, looks, content, all of that plays into it. But on TikTok, it's just like a roulette lottery. It's horrible. So it's just like the Truman Show people. Yeah, it's just like the Truman Show. It's like okay, just remember in the Truman Show, there's that scene where I think he's ready to check out at the supermarket or somewhere, and right when he's ready to check out, all the people go and make line in front of him, and he thought he was going to be like the next one up, but then there's like 10 people in front, and like that has happened to me so many times because I keep thinking, oh God, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen. The minute I walk into the market, I look at the check stubs like it's empty. And then I say, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope they don't get busy. I hope they don't get busy. But all I'm thinking is busyness, checkout, busyness. And then within 30 minutes, 20 minutes, it does manifest. And then by the time I'm leaving, there's a line. Now, okay, that can happen once, twice, but every single time it's like a mathematical improbability. There's something at play here, something that we can't see, something beyond the 3D, you know? So it's weird. The Matrix, Keanu Reeves, yeah, it's all part of like that. Like, is this real? Any of this real? Is this just a dream? Because when you're in a dream, that feels real. When you're in this reality, this feels real too. And then when you're in the dream and it feels so real and you wake up, you're like, oh, I was so dumb. I was like worried about that. It was not even real. And it's like, that's how I feel in this reality. I'm so worried about TikTok right now. Ugh, it's like so dumb. Like, who knows? None of this might even be real. And I'm like, so like taking it seriously. It's like, chill. It's like, we don't know what reality is. So just gotta keep rolling with it. And positive vibes, guys. Like, that's why I titled this Positive Vibes, because I think if you focus on the positive, more you draw more of that stuff in, kind of like waves, right? So mathematics and the universe. Yes, it is my destiny to have an ice cream machine right now. Yes, manifest that. Manifest that. But so this is the thing, Michael, though. If you manifest an ice cream machine, you mean like a soft serve machine, right? Because we have ice cream machines. You just got to put in like the milk and the cream and the sugar, and they kind of look like little ice makers. And you hit start, and the thing like makes ice cream. But you want like an actual like pump, right? Pump it yourself ice cream. Is that what we're talking about? Because I would love soft serve ice cream, like at will, with swirls, chocolate, vanilla, and swirls, and maybe like orange, like exotic flavors. I'd love that. So mathematics, the universe, weird indeed. Lovely, positive vibes. Yeah, I think it's there's something to this. There's something to talking. I mean, ultimately, we have choice. Like a man and woman's ultimate freedom is to choose the thoughts they want to think. Like nobody can get in your mind and force you to think anything you don't want to think. Like I can say horrible things to you, say you're absolute trash, you're worthless. But if in my mind I'm like, no, I'm a king, I'm royal. If I keep saying these things and believe these things in myself, nobody can imprison me in my mind but myself. All of us. It works the same with all of us. Even if you're stuck in a jail, if in jail you feel like you're free and you're just at some weird, messed up resort, that's what it'll be. It won't feel so torturous versus like, oh my God, I'm in a jail and I hate this and I'm stuck here. It'll just feel like despair. It really is a frame of reference of the mind. So, yummy ice cream, Zaddy ice cream. Reason to have friends is enjoy life. Yeah, let's talk about that. Friends. Are friends really vital to have a happy life? Like, do you guys think so? Or do you think you can have a happy life and just like right now we're all being friendly through the online media, like through this chat. Is this good enough? Like sometimes it seems like it is to me. Like to me it seems like pretty good. I don't know if that's just a weirdo me thing or what. So I had a fight with my sister in front of my mom. I went to my mom's really happy, and my sister ruined the afternoon. Oh no. Did well, how did you handle it? Were you just a quiet bystander or did you try to mitigate the situation, Iden? Lol, yes, you're always pumping. Pumping. Guys, that's what I was doing in the live on TikTok. I did go like that a few times, shirtless, and that triggered a lot of the straight mommies that saw. Somebody said, and I think Aiden took a screenshot where it said, "I do not agree with anything that this is," or no, I do not agree with whatever this is. I think after I did that, it was funny, but I didn't even see that comment in the moment until Aiden DM'd it to me. That was crazy. You shouted and walked out. Whoa. Sorry to hear that, Aiden. My mom came the next day to see me, so everything is okay. Wow. Well, gee. Now, okay, so now that you have hindsight, so that happened yesterday, right? Do you feel that you could have handled that differently, or would have was there a magic sentence you could have said to diffuse the entire situation, or were you made you or are you certain you made the right decision at that time? Because my viewpoint is we're always making the right decisions at any time, even if you think it's a wrong decision, it's actually the right decision. Um, there's a song where is word pump from the 1990 ties. My friends are my family. Okay, Michael. Can't remember that song name now. Okay. Because because I think it's a way you choose it, right? Like I have blocked my sister from calling me. My sister is crazy. She had no emotions. Wow. Oh man. So I guess you did make the right decision, and it's like, well, my viewpoint is we're always making the right decisions. Even if you think they're the wrong decisions, they are actually the right decisions because we're all operating with the awareness, understanding, and knowledge we have at the current time. If we knew better, if we had more knowledge and awareness, we would act differently. And we're always doing our best. We are literally doing the best we can at this moment. Like, I'll probably be better in 5 years, in 10 years. But at this moment in time, this is the best version of me right now. Guys, this is the best version of Moises has ever existed. And it keeps, the finish line keeps moving forward. Because when I was like 20 years old, I thought I was really smart when I was 20. And then I reached, the age of 25, and I'm like, damn, I knew nothing at age 20. Now I'm 25, now I know stuff. Then I became 30, and I was like, yeah, now I'm a man. I know everything. And I remember when I turned 30 years old, I told my mother once, she was trying to give me advice. And I said, Mom, I don't really need your advice. I'm 30 years old. 30-year-olds know what they're doing, you know? And now more years have passed, and I'm like, I didn't know shit. It just keeps moving. But I back then, you always think you're doing the best you can, and like right now, I feel I'm the best I can at this moment. I really do, and I am. I am. I literally am. I need more knowledge and awareness to become better, obviously. And I'm not saying that there's no room for that. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of download space here in the brain. Um, they call them divine downloads. Like some days you wake up and boom, it's like things become clear. I know what to do. You know, divine downloads. That's what I don't know if Esther Hicks calls them that, but some of these law of attraction gurus say that. So, all right, let me catch up on some messages. Here I have friends too, said Anu. Uh, and they aren't finished again, thank God. They aren't. Okay. Aiden's laughing. He might be born into one family, but eventually you will grow into another. I thought Zaddy knows everything. Zaddies are always in control. Well, I mean, I always think I know everything, but now I'm at a point where I know that in 5 years, in 10 years, I'm gonna look back and be like, I know nothing right now. I'm gonna look back at this video and be like, oh my god, I can't believe the stuff he's saying, because I've learned so much stuff in the future, right? Um, but yeah, we're all trying our best, right? We're all literally trying our best. So, Aiden, do you think your sister uh, is trying her best? She's doing the best she can with the knowledge, awareness, and understanding she has at this time. Because if we're all doing that, she's doing that too. If she could act better, she would, but she just doesn't know, right? Like I, I honestly believe that. Like sometimes I've complained about like my mom or dad, and I'm like, well, they're acting the best way they could with their knowledge and awareness. I can't. They didn't grow up in Los Angeles. They can't teach me things they don't know. No one can teach you things that they don't know. That's like a big mind. It's like, I would have wanted my parents to put me in acting classes as a kid. I would have wanted to be a kid actor. But that was not in my parents' consciousness to even begin how to do that. You know? Um, I just know she wants the estate. Oh, Moses, you're also looking your best at this time. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I'm not saying anything anymore. So you're going to be a quiet bystander, which is sometimes the best thing you can do. Sometimes the best course of action, guys, is no action. Even because no action is action. Just like they say when somebody doesn't reply to you, that is a reply. No reply is a reply. That is, we need to normalize that. Like if you message someone and they don't message you back, that silence speaks volumes. And sometimes not doing anything is the right thing to do. That is doing something, doing nothing. So good for you, Aiden. At least it's clear what you want and should be doing. And sometimes it takes like big events to make those things clear. We need to be shaken up, like rattled, to see things more clearly sometimes. Um, Interesting point. No, I'm no bystander, Zaddy, unless I'm going to be passive. Oh, I bet you are a wild man. Um, I can imagine. I can imagine. I mean, I think your personality is very fun. I think you're like secretly super duper fun. That's what I'm gonna extrapolate from the what do you call data points I've observed based on your TikToks and our chats and Instagram. Because I'm basically that's all I'm doing. I'm basically a human supercomputer thinking machine. I get data points from all the social medias and our chats, and I can form an image of what I think you are. I'll never know truly who you are, even if I knew you and married you and we were together 20 years. I could never truly know you, but I can take the data points and think of what you are. Might be, yeah, that's what I meant. So, and you're laughing. So, but do you guys believe that? Can you really know somebody like truly know somebody, even if you're with them 10, 20 years? I don't think you can. I don't think there's no you can know some things about them that they allow themselves to be revealed to you, but you can't really truly ever know somebody. It's like even like our parents, like like I think I told you guys that story. Uh, you know, like you know, my mother, she doesn't like the shorts I do where I'm shirtless, and then there was a few times where I was going through a really bad time and I cursed on the phone, not at my mother, but I said something like, you know, this is such an effed up situation, but I said it in Spanish, and she's like, don't use that word, and I'm like, Mom, I use curse words all the time in real life, and she was like shocked, like I'm a grown man. Like, what? Do you think I talk like I'm in the 1950s movies or sitcom? Like, no. It's like even our own parents don't know us. And they're supposed to know us the best. Like if any human is supposed to know another human, it's a straight mother knowing a gay son. If they have a close relationship, the gay the gay son, straight woman, straight mother relationship is probably like one of the closest. And she doesn't even know me. I mean, come on. So, low. Can't wait to see you in 10 years. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder how I'm going to look in 10 years. Hopefully, well, I mean, I'm still going to be taking care of myself. So I think I'll look good. Um, well, was that a proposal to lovely Aiden? Well, no, not exactly a proposal, but, um, but yeah, I mean, I just, yeah, it was not a proposal. It could be interpreted that way. It could be interpreted. I am a big flirt, you guys. Remember, I'm a big flirt on this thing. So, poor lovely Zaddy's mom. Yeah, so it's like they get shocked, and let's see, and so yeah, and I'm sure there's stuff about my parents that they've never told me, and they would tell me, and I would be shocked, but they haven't revealed that part to me, at least not sober. Maybe if I got some margaritas in them, they would. So, it takes decades to know somebody. Yeah, it takes decades, and even then, you don't. Yeah, there's probably still stories they're never going to tell you because it's hard being vulnerable. It's hard opening up to people, uh, and sometimes you guys, there's like this sweet spot in vulnerability. Like, have you ever like met a stranger or been at a vacation spot, and you open up to a complete stranger and you tell them something very intimate, which which sometimes seems easier to do than to tell somebody in your own family or your own partner. And then more time goes by, and then the harder it would become to tell them that story. It's bizarre. Like, yeah, I'll tell a complete stranger this childhood story that I've never told a boyfriend, a girlfriend. And it's this fear of like, what are they gonna think of me? Like, ugh, it's like all in our heads, honestly. It's like so weird. So it's a joke. Yes, it's a joke. Uh, mm, it takes too much time. We all spent about 10 hours with each other. So the entire day. And so I, and you said this all happened towards the end though, the screaming and stuff, and then you left. So, uh, yes, you put the emoji. So, so yeah, guys. Let's see. All right. Everything does happen for a reason. Focusing more on YouTube's. I'm gonna think of a. I'm gonna think of a new like little little format that I can do consistently. And of course, I'm gonna keep doing the lives. Uh, no, us here on YouTube 10 hours. What do you mean us on YouTube 10 hours? Oh, you mean you want to be talking to me for 10 hours? Is that what you mean? That's too much. That would be a lot. That would be a lot. I mean, I would do it if I had like the proper studio and guest host and music, and I had a laugh track, just like on on TikTok. I do miss that. I miss the sound effects. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Why am I even mentioning that trash app? I just can't. I just can't with it. So so Michael, if you're still in the room, when do you see him again? When is the follow up? So I mean, he left your house this morning. So then how many days go by before the follow up date? Or no matter how long you're with somebody, there's always something new to. Yeah, exactly. There's always something new. It's kind of like the human mind, right? Like you think like I was saying, I feel like I've learned so much. I feel like I'm smart. But but then there's always new stuff to learn. It's like my mind is a house with many rooms, and every day there's like a new room that I open up where there's more stuff that can be stuffed in there. The dog is back here. You guys see him, right? In its it's in its depressed state. Yeah, this was a prop. This is just a prop, you guys. It's a prop. It's just a. Well, maybe I could make him a character on this live. Hey, everybody! This is Moises Zaddy's dog. Stu is in here. Welcome, Stu. Hi. Can't be part of this particular live because of the topic. Be blessed, everyone. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we don't have to talk about that. We can talk about others. We've been talking about other stuff. We were all kind of like we finished that in like 15 minutes. So we were talking about families and do people really ever get to know each other, and Michael went on a date. So I was asking about follow-up dates. So talking to strangers is always easier. Yeah, because it's like I guess because we know when you only speak to somebody once, you know you can say whatever, and even if they judge you, you're never gonna see them again. So it's like fine, right? Like that's the thing. So is the Stu from Californication? No, Stu is in oh my god, he's in New York. Yeah, Stu's in New York. So talking to strangers, how do you do, Zaddy, manage silent moments when you was living with your boyfriend? How did I manage silent moments? So okay, so when I used to get into fights, and I never really do the silent treatment because I'm like a volcano, right? Like I blow up, have fights, and then yeah, I'm like mad for a little bit, but I don't believe in going to bed mad. Like the fight has to end in some way before you go to bed, and and so yeah, I would cave in at the end of the night and be like, I can't go to bed like this, and so I would like cave in and be like, hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm so sorry. Even if I wasn't, because I just wanted peace. Peace at all costs is what I wanted. And I don't know what that's about, but I would do that. And then sometimes it would work and the fight would end, and sometimes it wouldn't. And then like rage would build up in me, and it would be hard to fall asleep. But then I was like, by tomorrow morning, this fight better end. And usually by the morning, it is over. But I tried not to go to sleep mad. I don't know. And maybe that's a control thing, right? Maybe that's me being super controlling, trying to control another person to the point where I'll just break down and be like, yeah, let's make up. Let's make up. So we're meeting again on Wednesday, his day off. Ooh, counting the minutes, counting the minutes. So I like more people who talk a lot, not people who don't talk a lot. Finnish people are like that. Okay, so Anu, your friends in Finland, you say they're not Finnish, and that's why they talk a lot. So where are they from? Sweden, Estonia, or what? Italy, Spain, America? I'm curious about that. My friends know me better than my family. Yeah, well, certain aspects, right? I mean, everybody just sees like a certain shard of this or or angle of this multifaceted human diamond that we all are, right? Like that's how it works. The UK, Poland, and Belgium. Ooh, Belgium. Interesting. There's this guy on Instagram that he's been my Instagram friend for like ever, and he's in Belgium. He's so hot. He's like so hot. Uh, he he was single for like the longest time, and now he's with a man. But he still like secretly like sends me little pictures every now and then. So I'm like his Instagram boyfriend, if that makes sense. Like I know I'm never gonna meet him. He's never gonna meet me. But in our minds, we've done it many times in our minds, you know. So It's crazy. The internet is crazy. So Moy says you could do your own version of SNL. Yes, yes. I love sketch comedy. Any comedies like that, I love it. I love it. I should do more skits because I was doing guys on TikTok. That's like how I started. I started doing like little funny skits, and it got views. But then it stopped giving me views, and I gave up on it. And I was like, if I can do that here, why don't I do that here? I'm gonna start doing that. Very good idea, Michael. Very good idea. I need to focus on that seriously, and I need to collaborate with. There's a guy that joined the live a while back. Kevin. I don't know if you guys remember. Kevin was in one of my chats. I would totally love to collaborate with him on something. He lives in West Hollywood. He's a life coach, and he's super duper cool. So Side Zaddy, SNL, good idea. Thumbs up. I'm 65% on coming to LA next week. 65%? I don't believe you. I mean, the weather has been really cold, Aiden. Like super duper cold. Like you saw the snow on the mountains, right? It was like reported in the whole world. BBC did a report about how it snowed in Los Angeles, even though it didn't really snow in Los Angeles. It snowed on the mountains that are in the way back. You saw the photos. Those mountains are ginormous. If those mountains were in the East Coast, they'd be a national park. Here, they're just mountains. They're like a park, So yeah, it did snow, and it snowed in some of our suburbs, but not in the actual city of LA. It did not happen. Did not happen. Not as a fact. It happened in the other cities around it. So I'm just be keeping it factual, okay? So maybe I can bring some British weather. Yes, some British weather from the month of June, when they're filming Downton Abbey. That weather, where there's just green grass, a castle, and blue skies. That weather, that British weather. Now that's the one I'm talking about. Oh, you guys, I've been watching a new show. I've been watching this show called The White Lotus. I have been hearing from all the gay guys that, oh, it's a really good show, and Jennifer Coolidge is in it, and yes, it's really good. Now the first episode, I was a little like, is this show gonna be good? Like the first episode, I thought it was a little slow. The second episode was like better, and by the third episode, I was like loving it. So I follow a German in LA, and he was on his YouTube channel on a hill taking pictures of LA and the mountains in the back. Yeah, that guy, he's famous. Like he goes on a Rodeo Drive, and he says stuff not to do in the USA, stuff not to say in Germany, stuff not to say in Switzerland. It's that guy, right? He's cool. Yeah. So, do you guys ever see this guy called Kurt? Kurt, I forgot the name of the channel. His name's Kurt something. He's this like beautiful German guy. He's like white and blonde, and he goes to all these really dangerous countries. He's in Colombia, Bolivia, Haiti, and he's doing crazy things. But he's so handsome. Like the women are throwing themselves at him in every country. Like he was in Colombia walking in some market, and some girl just grabbed his junk like in the market, and he was like, "Whoa, what are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo?" And like, because he's so hot, like hot guy problems, right? SNL was good. I have it on my TiVo, or my DVR. People don't know what TiVo is. So yeah. So I don't know if you guys have seen White Lotus. So I just finished the last episode of the first season. That's the last episode of the first series to Aiden. Because in England, they don't say seasons. They call them series, So I finished series 1 of The White Lotus. But series 2 is available. And I'm going to start watching that tonight, I think. I'm going to make time to relax. Especially now that I don't have to worry about TikTok. I have all this extra free time to make either YouTube videos, YouTube lives, and just check my Instagram. So it's much better, actually. So It's available. Well, here it's only available on HBO Max. The same. So so if you've seen the new Sex and the City, Aiden, whatever channel is airing that in the UK will probably have the White Lotus. So did it snow on the Hollywood? It did not. So guys, all these reports that said it snowed on the Hollywood sign were lies. There was hail on the Hollywood sign, which is ice, but it's not snow. There's a definition. There's a difference between hail, which is ice, little round ice, and and snow, which is powdery and soft and pretty. So it did not snow on the sign, and that only happened one morning, and then it started raining and raining, and it didn't happen again. But the mountains behind the Hollywood sign, that were like 10 miles behind it, those did get a dusting of snow, and it looked really beautiful. People were like, "Oh, it looks like South America, like Santiago, Chile," and it did. It did. Like it was like this beautiful white layer of stuff, but it's all melted now, guys. It's like gone. Like right now, if I went out there and showed you the mountains, it's melted. Like that only lasted like 2 days, and now it's too warm again. So series and seasons, Sarjat in Finnish. Yes, TikTok is the devil. It is. It is. Uh, Start with S, everyone. Aiden, lovely. That's true. And Aiden with the sunglasses. So, so yeah. So I'm gonna continue the watching the show, and in season two, Theo James is in it. And if you guys don't know who Theo James is, he's this really hot guy. He's also from the UK. He's he's Anglo Greek. That sounds so cool. Anglo Greek. So that means he's English and Greek. So he's like a mixture of both cultures, but he is fine AF. I'm telling you. And supposedly there's like full frontal in season two of him. So yeah. So it's good for the ladies and the gays. So I'm in love with Palm Springs and Rancho Mirage. So you would prefer to live in Palm Springs because Palm Springs is slightly closer to LA, and that's where all the gay activity is. That's where all the clubs are. And honestly, to me, the best restaurants are there because more gay men are at those restaurants, the ones in Palm Springs. Rancho Mirage is like a richer area. I mean, the house there's like a nice rich area there. Um, and the plots are big, but the views are still better from the real Palm Springs, where because that's see Palm Springs is where it's at because or it got settled where it's at because that's the best place that has like the prettiest views. It's protected from the winds, you guys. Like it sometimes gets windy in the desert, but the area where the real Palm Springs downtown is, it's not even that windy. It's always like it has this beautiful view, wind protected, and it's totally flat. It's like amazing because it's like the city is flat and there's this mountain just jutting out of the ground. Like it's beautiful. If you've never been, it's like a wonderful place. Like, oh, I wish I was there right now. And the thing is, in Palm Springs, they have such a love for mid-century modern architecture. I love that. Like the 1950s is still alive there, but in its most glamorous way. Not the segregation 1950s, but the 1950s of the stars and pools and the atomic age. Like it's so cool. I do love that. I remember what you said that you would eat your shirt if it snowed. Yeah, well, it didn't. It didn't. I'm not gonna eat my shirt because it didn't snow. That hey, look, I've grown up in LA my whole life. It's hailed. When I was a little kid, it hailed multiple times. Like not every winter, but enough that it would hail for like a minute and then it would melt. Like that's not unusual. The thing is now with social media, since everybody has a phone, they think they're seeing it for the first time and they're sharing it, and the whole world thinks it's miraculous. No, it's happened multiple times. Even on the news, they said, we haven't had a storm this cold in 20 years. Yeah, so that means in the year 2003 it was cold. And then back in that time, they said 10 years ago it hadn't rained since 93 and then 83. It's like the news just blows everything up, and people want to be famous on social media so badly. They're like, this has never happened in LA, in LA, and then they put text over it, and people see it on their phones. They're like, this is the truth. This is facts. Facts, yo. Facts. No, it's not facts. It's just some crazy person with a smartphone. It's like, no, enough. I can't. I get so emotional. It got up to 61 today. Whoa, that's warm. Hey Google, what's the temperature in Wilmington, Delaware?
In Wilmington, it's currently 52 degrees.
Wow, I believe you because you're 3 hours ahead. So it means it's almost 7 p.m. there. Too early to eat something else. 2 a.m. midnight. So here, I'm going to buy some ice lollies by the pool when I get to Palm Springs. Ice lollies. You mean popsicles? Is that what you mean? Ice lollies? That sounds like something from Hansel and Gretel. Yummy shirts. Cold rain has never happened in LA. So it's just a crazy person with it is. It's a crazy person with smartphones, you guys. Have you seen the hottie Christopher Coate? No, let me look him up. I'm gonna look him up right now and see. Christopher Coate. Oh, I've seen him on. He's here on YouTube Shorts. This guy. You guys, we're talking about this guy. His shorts keep getting recommended to my. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, I've seen him, and I don't know if I follow him, but the algorithm knows, I guess, the type of men I like. It keeps suggesting him. So that's the thing about the algorithm, right? That I do like. Even if you don't follow someone, it keeps pushing their shorts on you. So I still keep hoping that YouTube keeps pushing me and wearing the people down, you know. And that's why I'm doing the lives too, because they like YouTube is just like TikTok in that their goal is to keep people on the platform as long as possible. Me doing the lives, well, that keeps people on here. I mean, obviously, you guys are in here and we're interacting, but guys, I'm surprised. Like, it's not like there's 5 of you, and I think at one point there were what 8 of us in here. But when I end this live gets put up on the channel, and like the lives are getting like 100 views. Like, that's a lot. Like, I didn't think people would be interested in my lives this much, but they are. So you guys, if you're watching this on replay, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching and finding me entertaining, because it's yeah, it feels good to know people are enjoying this content, you know, and I guess they can feel it. I mean, I wouldn't be making these lives if I didn't want to make them. This is fun and interactive, and I get to learn stuff from you guys, and it's more fun when there's people in here, right? Like, I could probably talk for an hour, but talking to you guys back and forth is way more interesting, you know? And I think that's what Jay said in one of his lives. Is like, lives can be really hard, especially if there's like nobody in there, or if there are people in there and they're not chatting. It makes it really hard. It makes you carry the entire convo, you know? And since I don't have music in here, and guys, that's by design. If I use music, YouTube will do a copyright strike on my channel, so I can't use music right now. There's a whole thing to it. Eventually I will have music, but I have to read up on which music is acceptable. So yeah, Michael, do you follow Christopher Coate? You're subscribed to his shorts, right? I'm gonna subscribe to his too. Start copying his, because he's blown up a lot. Ice Lollies, Michael Lovely. I have seen him too. He smiles a lot. Mention in the live what nights you're live so the replays know. Yeah, so I need to come up with like a schedule. So let me see what schedule I can do this week. Guaranteed. I don't want to say stuff. Okay, I'll go live again for sure on Wednesday. For sure. I'll do a whole announcement on the thing. So I'll go again on Wednesday, guaranteed. But yeah, I need to think of a real schedule. And now that I'm not doing TikTok so much, I have more time to plan these things out. So it'll be better. It's a win-win for YouTube and me. So I'm viewing it that way. So Sunday, Wednesday, Fridays. Oh, is that a suggestion? Sunday, Wednesday, Fridays. Okay, that might be a good one. Yeah. Sunday, Wednesday, Fridays. Yeah. All right, Aiden. Thank you for the input. It helps. Having input helps. So, hey, I see that somebody joined in. Hey, whoever joined in, welcome. Um, you're joining in towards like the end of my life. I've been on for like an hour now. I smile a lot too. I try. I try. This has been my most let's see. Well, I guess we've been talking about everything, right? Because it's been fun. Let me see what these effects do here. Oh, well, let me see what it says here. Uh, in Christopher's YouTube shorts, it's something hard to concentrate on his face because his eggplant is figuring prominently in the video. So see, that's the thing, Michael. So he uses a lot of of that, you know, the power of his body. And that's how I'll say it. The power of his body in his YouTube shorts. And that had been cool up until February, guys. So you know a lot of my content was shirtless and stuff. But beginning in February, YouTube has started monetizing the shorts. And for them to be monetized means they have to be advertiser friendly or ad friendly for short. Now, a lot of times, some of my content, it says not advertiser friendly, and I have to submit it for a human review. Now, it seems like 70% of the time it gets approved, but 30% of the time it doesn't. And now, I don't know how, he must have an OF or a OF means OnlyFans or a Twitter or something where he's making like the majority of his money, because I don't think he cares, because he's like swinging that thing in his videos a lot. Like he wears the gray sweatpants and he's like gyrating and it's swinging. And so there's no way YouTube would allow that to be monetized because that's not advertiser friendly. So I can't copy that type of content. You know, that's why I'm wearing this. Like I want this to be advertiser friendly. This is okay. This is all right. And I'm sure if I'm outdoors shirtless, that's okay too. Their computers know everything. They know if like you're shirtless in a room, that's weird. But if you're shirtless outdoors on the beach, that's normal. I don't know. I'm trying to learn. I just don't want any hiccups with my videos posting and getting monetized. So like that's why I'm like this right now. So but I like his content, Michael. I really do like it. Like, and yes, the eggplant is very prominent and beautiful. So example, eggplant. How are the shorts being monetized? So apparently they are being, I don't know if you have YouTube Premium, Aiden, but apparently ads are starting to be shown on YouTube Shorts. I don't know if you guys have seen any ads. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't know if I they don't show up on my feed, maybe on your guys' feed, but just like on TikTok, there are commercials. Commercials are coming to YouTube Shorts. That's the way YouTube wants to make extra money. And supposedly there's a pool of money and they divide it out. And every creator's YouTube's get like they don't pay every YouTuber the same. It's based on your audience. So I think I get, you know, guys, I'm like on the good end because my audience is mostly men in their 20s and 30s and 40s, which is like a demographic that YouTube loves because guys like spending. That's the group of men that spend money. So so I think I get paid a little bit better than somebody else, or I don't know, maybe young teenage girls. Maybe that's another coveted market, but 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 I think I'm surprised, like that I'm getting money from the shorts, and so that's why I want them all to go through, and I don't want to submit them for human reviews because the human reviews take like a day, sometimes 2 days, and in those 2 days, the shorts don't make any money, and so it's like I don't know if there's back pay. I don't think there's back pay for it. It's like you just lost. So so yeah, I'll be refocusing on diverse content, comedic content, fitness content, outdoor content. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be doing a lot of things. So we'll see. Zaddy on his best behavior after being in detention. Well, I mean, this is a business, right? YouTube is a business. I want to make money off my videos. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Zaddy on his best behavior. Yeah, I can't act the way I did in TikTok, even though that would be easy money, like if I could. But that's why there's those other sites that I won't do, you know. But have you been to Iceland? I went to Reykjavik 2 years ago and went on an outdoor spa in. No, I've never been there, and I mean it looks beautiful. Like it looks beautiful, even though the whole country. You guys, people are like Iceland is so beautiful. Iceland, the country is an example of what happens to a nation when it is completely deforested by the hands of man. Iceland used to be covered in forest. It had like a natural forest. It was like Finland, Iceland. But then the Vikings went there and they cut down all the forest of Finland. And now Iceland looks like Scotland, completely barren, except for that tiny little city of Reykjavik. It's nobody ever talks about that, huh? They're like, oh, Iceland is so clean and pretty and safe. Well, no, it's an ecological disaster zone, okay? Seriously. Somebody needs to say it. Um, get a small notebook sketch for a yes. Good idea. Good idea. Iceland is horrible. Iden, you did not just say that. um, it's so expensive. Also, the headquarters. Is it? I did not know that. I didn't know it was an Illuminati stronghold. I never knew that about Iceland. You guys, if you just joined the live, we're talking about how Iceland is an environmental nightmare. The country, before the Vikings arrived, was covered in beautiful, pristine forest, like Finland. But after the Vikings arrived, they completely ecologically destroyed the island and turned it all barren, just like a grassland. Like imagine a ginormous lawn with ice around it and a volcano. That's what the Vikings turned Iceland into, and put a little tiny toy city at the edge of the water. Yeah, nobody talks about that. Ecological disaster. One burger in Iceland costs $15. Oh my god! And there's no McDonald's. And there's no McDonald's in Iceland too. They shut down. So if YouTube would be here in Finland, sauna shorts. Yes. Iden, what was wrong with Iceland? It's too expensive. It's really expensive, you guys. It's expensive and it's cold, but everybody speaks English apparently. So, and it also has a really tiny population. Like you have to basically marry your cousins there, you know. So there's no genetic diversity, which is dangerous for a human population to be so isolated, you know. So one disease could wipe out the entire Icelandic population, you know, because they all share like they say the whole human race shares 99% of our DNA collectively. But in Iceland, it's like 99.99999%. So just one right disease will eliminate all of them, you know, which maybe America wants because, you know, then we can annex Iceland, you know, to Greenland. Because, you know, Greenland is part of North America, you guys. Like, people say Greenland is part of Europe. No, it's not because it's Danish. No, it's part of Canada, really. And then Iceland is like right there. You could just grab it, you know, grab it and put it like a little naval base and air base, U.S. air base. It'll be perfect. Make it a state. Call it a state. We'll have Hawaii on one end, Iceland on another, all of the whole North America to the South Pacific. Oh, it would be amazing. An amazing little empire called Imperial America. Tom of Finland. Oh, Tom. Iden, those Tom of Finland TikToks are crazy. You sent me some, and like that. How is that even allowed, guys? Iden sent me these TikToks of Tom of Finland, and they're basically corn, you know. And TikTok sends them to everybody. It has like 50,000 views, those videos. But my little views where I'm shirtless, oh no, those aren't allowed. Community violation. Please, ridiculous. So, all right, guys. I've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes, and people won't watch these if these are too long. So I'm gonna end it here, and I want to let you guys have your the rest of your evenings to relax and stuff, and me too. So I want to thank all of you for being in here. If you're watching on replay, I really, really want to thank you for watching, because it's a commitment watching these, right? But hopefully you found them entertaining and give them a like and stuff like that. So Tom was legend. You're a legend too, lovely zaddies. Yeah, I want to thank Anu, Michael, Aiden, Camille, Patrick, and Stu, who joined in for like a second and left because he didn't like the topic. So I'm gonna make the topics more generic next time. So I love all of you, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Okay, probably around 3 or 3:30, 3 to 4, something like that, my time, California time. So kisses to everyone. You're all awesome. Stay positive. Positive vibes only. Hashtag Zaddy. Hashtag fitness motivation. Bye.